Just got back from bubbling another Nats, as is tradition, unfortunately. Choking last round, but I still want to profile the deck. It performed pretty well otherwise. Most of my wins were 2-0s. It was really excellent. Yeah, there's just like some unfortunate hands, unfortunate situations. Token collector, of course. But yeah, I'm going to profile it anyway, talk about it, because just like talking about this deck. So 3 Ecclesia, some people want to play 2. Yeah, I'm never doing that. Always playing 3 of this card. This card's crazy. I want to draw it every hand. Like, yeah, you always just want to see access to Moyi. So yeah, it's insane going second. Going first, just Moyi. Like, or you can hold it for follow-up. Like, yeah. But 3 Moyi, 2 Taya, 3 Long Yuan, 3 Emergence, and 1 Blackout. Really standard. The Tenyis was 3 Ashina. Only did the 2 Vishna and 2 Adara. Yeah, definitely did not miss thirds. There was like 1 game I lost though where I Desires and banished both Vishnas. So that sucked, but that was the only time where it mattered. So definitely like just don't want to draw a bunch of Tenyi hands. Like drawing a bunch of like Adaras and Vishnas really sucks. So definitely like not worth playing more in my opinion. Lunch Thana, 2 Heavily Dragon Circle. I don't know if I should have played this. It was okay. I don't think I even ever dodged an Imperm or a Veiler. This was good though to like dodge like if I go like effective Chijiao or like the Longyuan Synchro, and then they would like I can't remember what, like Chalice or Imperm, right? And like definitely came up like twice I think, where then I like chain this tribute to Synchro to dodge it, and just like search follow up. That was really good. The Graveyard Effect came up to win a game. It's definitely decent. I don't know. Maybe Vessel would have been better. I'm not really sure. Drawing Shatana really sucks. Like, yeah, drawing Shatana was always terrible, so I don't know if it was worth it. Hard to say, but it wasn't awful for sure. Double pot, of course. Then the going second cards, triple ash, double droll. I wish I could say more about this. Normally this is really good. I basically never drew it. I only remember 1 game where I drew it, and I did skip his turn, but I bricked. It was my first loss. Was Drytron. It was like game 3. I drolled him, and he passed his turn. And I drew my 6th card, and like I couldn't play, so I just lost anyway. But yeah, I mean testing this card was always really good. I just like I literally just like never drew it. It's weird. Nib is obviously fantastic. 2 Droplet. This is actually really good. I was like a big opponent of this card in this deck, but I feel like this format was kind of necessary. I didn't even play against any Scythe-lock decks, oddly enough, but this card was wild against Dragon Link. Yeah, it was definitely just like super good against Dragon Link. Trying to think of other like big applications. It definitely came up. Like I just remember that it was never bad. So yeah, definitely like single-handedly won a match against Dragon Link. So. Then 1 Veiler and triple Imperm, round up 40 cards. This is kind of like 40th card. It offers utility because you searched off Chaofeng, which never happened, but like if everyone's like already into their turn and you like black out pop your own Chaofeng, like Ash is often like not as impactful because they've already like used their starters, so like Veiler ends up being better. Or if you just like already have Ash because you know you play 3 of it, so Veiler's nice. The Drytron game the Drytron match I lost because this was not another Imperm. Like it had to be the Veiler, so I couldn't up the Vandy Ruler, but yeah, 40 cards. I don't really think there's anything I changed. Maybe cut circles. This wasn't like amazing. You definitely like this card was always awful to draw. This card was never seemed like super game winning. Like the Graveyard Effect was like definitely won a game once. But that's about it. So I don't know. Vessel maybe would have just been just as good. I don't really know. Hard to say. 2 Chijiao, 2 Baxia, Draco Berserker, Dragite. 100% should not have played this card. This card literally never came up. Draco Masters came up twice. So like this 100% should have been Draco Masters. I know it was gonna be like I was going to play Draco Masters, but like the friend who I borrowed the deck from, shout out to him, like just had this in his extra and not Draco Masters. I didn't feel like going and finding one, so I just played this. And also because like this card's like really good against Despia, and like I'm maining Nib, so like you can bounce stuff too with it. But yeah, this card literally never came up. It never came up once, and Draco Masters came up twice. So This should have been Trico Masters. Long Yuan, Chang Ying. This card was actually really instrumental for OTKs. It came up a lot more than I expected, like just to like get extra damage on board, and like beat over big things, like yeah, take care of like Psychic End Punisher, like round 1. This card was instrumental. This came up in one of my mirror matches. I 2'd my opponent both times OTKing him with this card. Yeah, it just comes up in like certain situations. Baroness, obviously fantastic. Chao Feng. I love this card, but I don't think I summoned it much. Summoned it like a couple times, but yeah. Yazi, Triple Monk, you need 3, 100%. 3 came up like super necessary. Some people want to cut it to 2. You absolutely need 3. I would have lost around 10 if I didn't play 3 of this card. So, and Shaman. Of course, this card was insane. This was actually like my favorite card in the extra deck, besides like the obvious stuff. Like this card came up a lot to like win games. Came up like almost every round. 3 Ghost Mourner. This card is really good. Like I don't see people playing this for some reason. This card's amazing. It's like just my favorite token collector out. So it did win a game throughout in token collector. It also, the burn damage won a game as well. Like I put my opponent like low enough that I was able to kill him because he like nibbed me, and I had used this earlier in the game, and because of that I was able to bounce back the nib with Fishta and like summon a couple monsters and kill him with only 4 summons, like just like doing tenyi plays with like the nib token. And I wouldn't have been able to actually kill him if it wasn't for that burn damage. So the burn 100% comes up. This card's just a generally good hand trap against most decks, and it just outs Token Collector. It did also win a game by outing Token Collector, which I mean, I guess at that point it could have been Chalice, but like I definitely like this more because against the combo decks, like it just works as a hand trap. Chalice sucks right now. 3rd Nib and 3rd Droll, just for the decks that they're good against. 2 Twin. I was also playing 1 Lightning Storm. I had to give it back, but there's 2 Twins, 1 Lightning Storm, Feather Duster, and Reboot. The 1 Lightning Storm was just like for side deck ratios against the mirror. I needed like 1 more card to side in, but I like Twin more for the Mystic Mind decks. Twin more for the Mystic Mind decks because I'm going first and just like grind games, and also like adding anti-spell, I guess, like if you have spell cards. Yeah, it's mainly just for going first. Like I played against Sky Striker, so it was really good. I also played against Altergeist, where he like Lotused me, like what a pointer of the Red Lotus I think is called, and I was able to like chain Twin and blow out the other back row and then win that game. So yeah. 3 anti-spell. This card is obviously insane. He definitely won like multiple games. And 2 D barrier. This could have been something else. I was just like, I feel like the mirror in this matchup is in this deck. The mirror match is like kind of random sometimes. So having the like auto win is really good, and also like I feel like Despia would kind of pick up for nationals like more than like after falling off. I feel like it would come back. I played 2 mirror and 1 Despia, and I did win a game in the mirror because of this. I actually sided in both going second, and Druid is like is underrated going second because like also sometimes like you can go first and you can like punish them. But yeah, I was just able to break his board, and when he tried to play again, I just buried him, and that was the game. I 2'd both mirrors super quickly that I played, so the mirror match wasn't a problem. The 1 Despia played around 10. Yeah, he misplayed like really hard. He definitely could have won the match, but like I beat him game 2 because of anti-spell. So, I mean, that's kind of the point of the game, right? If you misplay, don't misplay, and he did. So, yeah, all in all, I feel like this probably just wasn't the deck for the event. I should have just played Drytron like I was going to, but like I still feel like I did pretty well. I still like felt like the deck did what it was supposed to do. Just like it wasn't enough. I think I kind of fucked up a little bit on the bubble, but yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't change anything. Really like this deck. Really like these ratios, and I'd highly recommend them. Thank you.